offenders of the same thing. I said, well, if I'm gonna make a mistake, at least I'm gonna make a new mistake, and I'm gonna keep repeating the same mistake. And I hate to see when I see people keep repeating the same mistake. And she knows me. I'm quick to, you know what? Cut that umbilical cord, especially if it's gonna sink your ship. And I'm not letting. You can fix a few holes, but you can only plug up so many holes. But also when people who are around, they want you to go down because they're going down. No, we not doing that. Titanic was a movie. I'd have been off and been swimming. So that's just me. Thank you.
We're gonna let someone answer that. Anyone want to answer? How do you? Yes.
Well, I've learned for myself, like you said, that you can't make no one do anything, right? And even when we think about like our children, while indeed there can be consequence for when they do something other than what we want them to do or have told them not to do, yet they still can do really what they want to. And I think that's a the obstacles can be removed. But there's still a process to genuinely become one. Now, we can act like we want, but that's only so long we can act, right? But to genuinely become one, that just takes time. But in that process of an individual being who they are, again, the only thing that he or she can do is change how you allow certain things to affect you, because if we don't, we still find ourselves in some form, way, or fashion trying to force someone to be the way we feel they should be. That would basically be the answer I would have to that question.
Thank you. I have one more question. So I want to ask Guardian, as being a survivor, how do you feel now that you have left your abuser after being with him for over 20 years?
I feel free.
Good answer.
I feel free. I'm able to do a lot of things. A lot of lessons started pouring towards my way. And like I say, I'm gonna keep mentioning God because He wants your focus on Him. And our time here is for us to be ready for Him to prepare, to let Him prepare us for Him to use us. So I'm just glad that I'm free.
No, I wanted to clarify. So I want to have a statement in the question
Yeah.
for the brother right here. Earlier, when the brother asked about the Warren Moon,
Yes.
right? I'm not sure if that's actual like the law itself, but I think I know what you're going at. It was called back then. That's the coin. Yeah, it was coined with that. So I'm not sure if you asked the question all the way out, but what I believe you can see is if you're a wife not being able to fully testify, because that was the situation. So you see, that's privilege. That's the whole privilege. So any type of abuse in the household, the wife can testify.
attorney can never force the individual to tell them, hey, what happened. You know, so they have to, you know, look at other circumstantial evidence to see. In that, for that particular instance, for that particular scenario, the choke marks on the neck, that would be enough.
But I think with that one situation, I think, from what I recall of the case, that's how he ended up getting. He didn't get prosecuted because his wife refused to testify. Yeah, no, I know. He just went.
One more question. One more
Well, I have
person.
him again, I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me give him
You said you have one for him to expedite time. Go ahead. Go ahead to expedite time. Oh, okay. I just wanted to commend Layla and the lady that spoke earlier about how you eliminated yourselves from your situations, because there's a lot of people that are trying to figure out, how do I get out of this mess? To make it plain and simple, I pastored a church in Nebraska for 7 years before I moved to Houston. And I had a lady one time, one of our church members came in with sunglasses on at nighttime. She kept them on during the day, and she started leading a song. I said, now hold on, y'all go on, I'm gonna talk to her. And I said, you take those glasses off. She didn't want to. She took them off, complete black eyes. I said, I know who he is. What are you gonna do? I can't do anything, he'll kill me. I mean, she's telling me this right in my church. He'll kill me. I said, you have to realize, she needed something like this. She needs something. That's why this is so vital and important. You don't know. She needed something exact. She needed the police officer to speak and to hear that there are answers. They don't have to live with this. I said, I will call the police for you. They will meet you, and they had to assist her and be there to move her stuff. She wasn't going to do it. She was scared to leave and was continually getting beat with black eyes every Sunday at my church. Thank you all for saying what you said tonight. This needs to continue. It needs to be said. This is not just happening on Law and Order. This is
Right.
real stuff, and it's going on here. And we need to say something about it when we see it.
Right. Thank you. And this will be our last one. Oh, yeah.
All right, so my last question was, because I remember I was listening when you explained a whole lot of different things, and I was wondering that if a situation happened where it's a fight between the two people, right? How did that situation go? Like, do they both, cause I know one guy, I'll say this real quick. I knew one guy who, he was finna go to jail for assault, and then he said he told the police that, well, she hit me too. And so he took both of them to jail for assault.
So there is, I see exactly what you're saying. There's different dispositions, right? There's different endings. So if two individuals fight in the state of Texas, and let's say it's two guys, let's say it's two ladies, let's say it's a tall lady and a tall guy. If these two individuals fight, that's mutual combat. The district attorney sometimes won't take charges on that, and they'll say, hey, that's two individuals fighting, that's mutual combat, do a report. If something else happens later on, it's different. Now, mutual combat is dealing with two people that are pretty much the same size, right? There's not one person attacking another person. Now, that's mutual combat. But if you add a relationship to the mix, that's family violence. That's domestic violence. So, Joe Blow walking down the street, Jay Smith sees Joe Blow. Jay Smith's a Cowboy fan, Joe Blow's a Houston, Texas fan. They get in a fight. That's mutual combat. Let's say they're dating. Both of those guys are dating. They fight, that's family violence. So that's a total different, the district attorney looks at that totally different. So they're more likely to take those charges for family violence than they are two individuals mutually combating against each other. They'll tell those two people that are mutually combating each other, hey, you go this way, you go this way, we're gonna do a report. If this happens again, the charges could be brought up or could be enhanced.
I have one more question, Captain Onsay. Same sexuality, domestic violence.
Yeah. So
How does that?
So that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about. That in my family violence class they spoke on that the numbers of the numbers of domestic violence cases in those are not as reported. So they're saying that the numbers are stark in dealing with same sex domestic violence. So it's still reported. You know, I go to calls all the time where there's someone dating someone of the same sex that get assaulted. You still approach it like it's two people that, you know, of the opposite sex. It's not like I don't understand his lifestyle, so hey, I don't know what's going on.
It's still within the mechanics of the law.
It's definitely still in the case of the law. Because it's all, when you're dealing with domestic violence, family violence, it's all about the relationship. It could be an ex. It could be an ex-person and then they assaulted him. It's still family violence. That charge is going to be brought up. The district attorney is going to lean more to accept charges on that, other than a mutual combat. Two guys fighting because he's a Cowboys fan, the other one's a Texans fan. You know, and that's and I think it should be. I think family violence should be up here, and the district attorney should want to say, hey, these people are in a dating relationship. One person assaulted the other, or both of them got in a fight. We need to see what's going on with this.
Thank you. So this does end our panel.